I'm Rebecca Brand, and today we're going to make the classic pancake recipe. This recipe makes the most fluffy pancakes ever. And this recipe doesn't use buttermilk, and you probably have all the ingredients you need to make this dish. Let me tell you what they are. Milk, eggs, flour, baking powder, salt, sugar, butter, oh my goodness, and syrup. So we put 1 cup of flour in a bowl. And now to that, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And I love the way they have a little thing here that you can scrape it off to make it 1 level tablespoon. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 1 tablespoon of sugar. So these are all my dry ingredients. We're mixing up the baking powder and the salt and the sugar so it's all evenly dispersed with that. I don't like to have too many dirty bowls in my kitchen, so I'm going to put the dry ingredients on one side of my bowl, and that other lane is going to be for the wet. Crack 2 eggs in that lane, and you're going to mix them up and get them all fluffy. The eggs add a lot of fluff to your pancakes. And the eggs rise those pancakes, so they're a little extra high and they add a little extra protein. So if you're feeding your kids as breakfast from your school, this is the way to do it. They get a little burst of the extra protein. And add 3/4 cup of milk in the wet lane with those eggs. Now look what I'm talking about here. We have that flour on the other side, and I don't have to have another bowl that I have to clean after this recipe. I'm all about getting to the finish line quick, and this is one of those secrets that I figured out over my years of cooking. And so now we just incorporate the wet into the dry, or the dry into the wet, however the case may be. And little by little she goes. And grab it from the sides, push it down, and look at that consistency of a pancake batter. I like making pancake batters in bowls and not with a mixer, because if you overmix them, you have too much of that gluten going in there and they get hard. Pancakes should be light and fluffy, and this is how you get them that way. Now, just one more stir. Okay, they're all incorporated. Now stop. Back away from the wreck, because you don't want to overmix that. And I want to have 2 tablespoons of butter in that mix. That's already been melted. You need some fat in your pancake batter. So that's going to sit here next to the stove. I'm going to turn on the stove to just like a medium at first to melt my butter. I'm quite generous with the butter because I like a lovely buttery pancake. So this is about, I don't know, 1 big fat tablespoon. And I just stick it in there. And with this on medium-high, we are melting it. And since it's on the tip of my knife, I just pick up the extra and stick it back in butter bowl. It's nice for your pancake griddle to be pretty hot because you want to toast one of the sides. So I wait till the butter gets a little bit bubbly. I might test it. Okay, there he goes. I think it's hot enough. If you want a uniform shape, then grab a 1/4 cup and aim, shoot, and fire right in the center of your pan. And now we wait for the magic to happen, those little bubbles rising up. It'll take about 60 seconds to have the bubbles rise up. You gotta wait for those bubbles to stop popping, and that's when we're gonna make our flip. Now look at those. Now we're getting a little dense. It's getting close. Okay. We're getting majority ruling over here. We're gonna flip it. Perfect. Oh, that looks so toasty. Look at the edges there. Now that's the bite I want. That's gonna have a little extra crunch factor for me. This is the time I put a little extra hunk of butter so it melts as that other side is cooking. This one's gonna go faster. You're only gonna need maybe, I don't know, 35 to 60 seconds to complete the cooking of your pancake. You want them perfectly cooked in the middle with all that fluff from the eggs and that air all incorporating into the flour. Let's take a look. Let's see how he's looking under. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh man, it smells and looks great. Let's try them. I like a lot of butter and syrup on them. What do you like on your pancakes? This is just the basics. I love a basic pancake. That crispy edge is amazing. These are great. I hope you try my recipe. Subscribe to my channel and let me know what you like for breakfast.